All right, let's go ahead and get into this Monday recap. Go ahead and like and subscribe and check out the channel for any information that you don't quite understand. We have a ton of information there on that channel that you can get all kinds of details. If worst case, go ahead and put a comment in there and we'll check that out as well and help you out. So you can see that we have quite a bit going on here. It looks pretty messy. And I'm going to go ahead and break this down simple as I can get there. And we'll kind of analyze it. Now, it is Monday. We are in a holiday week, so be careful with that as well. Really pay attention to price action right now and make sure the setup's there in order to get in. So just point that out. So as we came into we're on the 15-minute. We came into the morning hours here. The first part of the hour, we were above the 200, got above that 21, so we're kind of bullish for a little bit. Then we broke down. And you can see that I marked this candle right here in this kind of pink colored vertical line. And the reason why is because we got this close right here below our breakdown area. So we were below the 200, below the 21, everything looks pretty good. The one thing is that we didn't like right here is the Stoches are bottomed out. So, and I need the 2 candle closes. The reason why I marked it so I could start watching this. Obviously, I marked it while this candle was still live. This candle got right back up into this area. Really, this was obsolete at that point. We're not going to worry about it. We're back up into the noise area. So we're between the breakout area and the breakdown area. And we're kind of playing with the 200 right now and the 21. Obviously, we want to get above this to get bullish again. So you can see we did get above it right here. And we did get the breakout. And we got the first close. So then you have the 1-2. That's why I marked this candle because I was watching for it to set up to be able to get in. The one thing I noticed was that we're already topped out here on the Stoches, but I did read which I pointed out before when we talked about this, I did read my MACD. It was bullish. So we're fast moving average above the slow moving average. We're above this neutral line right through here. And our RSI was also running up at the time. Same thing. Fast moving average is on top of the slow moving average. So both of these, I could check boxes on them. So this area check, RSI was checked, MACD was checked, Stoches I got a no check. Got an X on that, couldn't count that one for myself. So I had a 1-2 checks. We had the 2 candle closes above the breakout area. I could check that off, and then I could check off the 200, and I could check off the 21. So that's a lot of check marks. Actually, gets pretty exciting here. So then that's where I went down into my 15, and what I'm looking for is same thing. I can't check this off because as of right now we're on the top. I want this to kind of show that reset. So you can see it came down, tested the 21. Held the breakout area as well. We're above the 200, above the 21, so those are all check marks. I did want to see, as we got this cross through here, I didn't like the RSI. Same thing with the MACD. Everything was showing downwards, so you're kind of looking at the time frame like this right now and pull back. So if you were looking for this to spring out of here, you had your breakout down through here is your full run. So this is what we were looking for this to go up to on a breakout. So that's how we mark this out. There we go. We got the breakout through here. We also got the turn. We got the cross here. The cross already happened there. So then you're looking at like, okay, let's get in for a bigger pattern that I drew on here. You can see it's breaking out right through here. So this is about where I started looking to take an entry. I won't get into how I build my stops in here and how we take a risk, but I am going to look for that 30-minute candle or the breakdown candle as my area. So that's what I did. I set it on that 30-minute candle. We could have even ran up a little tighter if you wanted, but you better have a reason for that. A lot of times this is where I'll go. And my rule is if it crosses that 21, I'm going to get out. So this is the target that we were looking for. But you can see as it started to run up, we started to get softer and softer and having a hard time getting through this. Now you can see what happened here. On this 5-minute chart, you kind of created this, and then you created that higher, and then you created a lower high. So that is basically a head and shoulder pattern through here. This was kind of the exhaustion move. You got the X right through here. That's where I exited the trade. The nice thing is you can see it run back up, and it took out this high right through here. So that's a great setup for potential reversal. Now, in our case, we have our 200 here, and we have our 21 up here. So you're really in a neutral state. So don't just start shorting the market. That's not what it's telling you. It's just saying that this could be rolling over. It's breaking down. The 15-minute, you have the exact same pattern right now. You're under that 21, but you're on top of the 200. The same problem is right here. You're in a no trade zone. So this could go ahead and reverse and roll back over. We'll have to just kind of watch and see. I'm not going to get into it much more than that. But what I do want to point out is this trade did make it to target if you sat in it. But if you trade with what we always talk about is get out here on the 21. Now, one strategy I like to do when this is trading along is I'll be in my actual account and I'll be manually moving the stop up along this line right here. So obviously if it's right here right now, I would go ahead and drag this. As this started to break out, I would start to just move this up to different levels. So we have the breakout level. I'd go ahead and move it on up tighter, up into this area. Now, I already can see my 21's crossing through here. And at that point, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up even more, and I'm just gonna keep moving this up. So think of it this way, like here's my zone right through here, this dotted line that I just threw on the chart for you. Let's make it this kind of blue color here so it can blend it in with everything else we have going on. But I'll just move this up like this along this line. So say as this starts to kind of trade down, I'm sitting here waiting for it to come back to the line. Obviously, as it pushed away, I'd start to pull this up along the line. And I keep it back just a little bit because I want it to kind of come through. Like this bounce and start to go up. Then I went ahead and tighten this on up. And you can see as this came through, it just X'd me out, took me out of that trade. So that is a strategy that I use in order to get out of the chart and also be patient. But I'm collecting money as it goes. Every time I move that stop up, I'm getting closer and closer, or I'm collecting more and more money in the green, and I don't have to stress about having to come back again and when should I get out. It keeps me corrected so I don't get lost in this. So when I build a trade, like I said, I put it on this way and then I start to pull my stop up pretty quickly because if this price action right here started to run like you see here and then just rolled back over and got out, I would have just got stopped out, right in this area because I ran my stop right up against it right here and just got out. That's the rules for me. It makes it very simple to trade. If it crosses that white line or that 21 moving average is really what it is, then I want out of the trade. And as you can see, that was the move. That was the setup. That's what we were looking for. So quick and easy money for the day, if you will. Very clean trade. There is some videos if you guys want. I can talk more about using your money management in order to be able to take trades and risk management in this. We can talk about that more as well. But my biggest goal is to help you get in the trade and not get in too early. So you can see we started the morning here at 6 o'clock and we did not take an entry till 11:25 is when we finally got in the market. And it did a lot of movement, you can see through here. And it even did this breakout area. And we got in at the move of the market. Now you only got the last little bit of the move, but the plus is you did get in when it was moving and a high probability for you to be able to take advantage of it. So that's really what I'm pointing out here for y'all. But that's about it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that on this recap, and we will go from there. Happy tradings, and we will talk to you soon.